It is day 19 of sketching for 5 minutes every day for 75 days, and I am well aware that I have not been sharing these much recently. I've just been super, super busy, but I thought I would film and share with you my latest one. Actually, not quite technically because I just recorded today's, but this is from day 18, and this is the first one that is not a person, which I know, shock horror, I basically only ever draw people. But someone suggested that I maybe draw animals, and I like that idea. And recently, I've kind of been enjoying drawing or sketching birds. So I thought I would do one of my favorite birds, which is the Eurasian blue tit. Not only because it has a funny name, but because it's a really pretty bird. And I thought that the quite vibrant colors would work really well with a quick sketch. I thought that something with, more muted colors might be a little bit difficult to convey in such a short time. But this one, as you will see, has lots of really bright colours, which I thought worked really, really nicely. So I began with quite a comprehensive, I would say, sketch because, again, I'm not super confident with birds compared to people, so I needed that security of a sketch. And then went in with my bigger brush and my boldest colours, so that bright yellow, that bright blue, and I made it really blocky and bold to start with because knowing that I don't have much time and I might not be able to add in any details, I want to get across the main parts of this painting. I want, the main colors and the main shapes to stand out. So I started off just by doing really big areas of color, letting them blend together because that is kind of one of the beauties I think of both watercolor and such a quick sketch is kind of seeing that natural flow and kind of letting that expressiveness shine, knowing that I might not be able to add the finer details at the end. And I also wanted to add some abstraction. Some of my Patreon members will recognize a very similar painting that I did last year for one of my monthly prints, and I loved it, which was also partly the inspiration for this. But adding those abstract elements definitely gives it a very dynamic feel, which I think, again, when you're short on time, just adding a little bit more interest can really bring the painting to life and I guess give it a sense of being finalized, even though you haven't actually really refined it that much. At this stage, I knew I was kind of running short of time, so I wanted to make sure that the final elements were definitely there. So I added in the branch it was sitting on, and then thought about trying to define a few final details before the time was up, like the feet, maybe a couple of details in the wings, etc. But generally, at this stage, I thought it was pretty much done. There's really not much time left to add anything. And I was pretty happy with this, I would say. I did use a reference for this, which is also kind of new for this challenge. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with the result, and I think this has inspired me to do some more bird paintings. But yeah, let me know what else you think I should paint, and see you soon.